problem is to write a Python program to slice lists. Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to WsCube Tech. My name is Ayushi Jain. In this video, we will learn how to write a program that will allow us to slice a list. Now, what is list slicing over here? Suppose if we have a list of 4 to 5 elements and we want to obtain a small part of it, then we do slicing over this. Slicing over here means that we cut the list into a smaller part. Now, let's have a look on how this can be done. So guys, to understand list slicing, I have already created a list over here in which I have 6 elements, that is Joey, Rachel, Monica, Phoebe, Ross and Chandler. Now what do I need to do? With the help of slicing, I need to cut down a small part of it. Suppose if I want to cut down the starting 2 values over here. For that, what do we do? Okay, let's understand slicing first with the help of a logic over here. So suppose I have a list over here of 5 to 6 elements. Suppose I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. And I want to slice 1, 2 and 3. Now how the slicing can be done? We write the name of the list, that is let's say L. So L, and in the square bracket what do we write? We write the starting value. We put a colon and we write the ending value plus 1. So suppose your indexing is ending over here. So we write the index number. We never write the values over here. We write the index numbers over here, that in the slicing we use the index number. So index number over here works like that. On number 0 we have, that means on index number 0 we have 1, on index number 1 we have 2, on index number 2 we have 3, on index number 3 we have 6, on index number 4 we have 7, and on index number 5 we have 8. Okay, this is how indexing is done. So what do we need to do? We need to write the starting value, we need to write the ending value, plus we need to write the step in between. Okay, that what is the step in between? If the step is 1, then we can keep it as default and we don't need to write anything. But for the starting value and the ending value, we need to provide the values. Suppose we want to fetch 1, 2 and 3. In that case, what you can do? You can write L and the square brackets. So the starting value is 0 and the ending value over here is 0, 1 and 2. But we don't write 2, we write ending value plus 1, that is 3. And as soon as we write it, we'll get the output 1, 2 and 3 over here. Okay. Now one more thing about the starting value. Suppose if you're starting from all the way starting, then you don't need to write the starting value as well. You can just leave it empty and you can write colon and 3. Same works for the ending values. That suppose you're starting from number 3 and if you want to go all the way towards the end, like you want to start from number 3, that is 6, 7 and 8. If you want to obtain 6, 7 and 8, then you will write 3 colon and you will not give any ending value over here. You will keep it as default. Okay. For this step, it works the same way, that if you don't want to give any step, that means you want it to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In that case, you don't give any step. But if you want to, if you want the indexes to go like that, first element should be there, then third element should be there, then fifth element should be there. That means there should be a gap of number 2 over here. So in that case, what do? You put another column and you write 2 over here. Okay. So let's apply this method over here in our Python. So what I'll be doing, I'll be writing print. So if I just want to get the 2 elements, that is Monica and Rachel over here, for that I'll be writing L, and in the square bracket the value over here is 0, 1. So I'll be writing 1 over here and it ends on, so the name of the list is not L, it's A, so that's why it's throwing an error. So 1. And it's ending on number 2, but we write the ending value plus 1, that's why we'll be writing 3. And as soon as we run it, we'll get the output Rachel and Monica. So I have obtained a small list from a huge list, that is called as slicing over here. That is the slicing of the list, that you obtain a small part from a big list. Okay. Now suppose if I want to obtain any other part, let's say I want to obtain Phoebe, Ross and Chandler. Okay. For that, what I'll be doing, the Phoebe starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. So starting value is 3, so I'll be writing print A. In the square bracket, I'll be giving 3 and it will go up to the end. That's why I'll just put a colon and not write any value. And if I run it, I'll get the output Phoebe, Ross and Chandler. That means if you want to go all the way towards the end, in that case, you don't have to write any value over here. Same works for the starting values, that I want the first 3 values. That is Joey, Rachel and Monica. In that case, I'll be writing A. In the square bracket, I'll not write any value. So starting value, I'm not defining any starting value. But yes, I'm defining the ending value over here. That is 3. So as soon as I run it, I'll get the first 3 elements. That is Joey, Rachel and Monica. Similarly, if you want to give a gap in between, suppose if I want print A and I want it to start from all the way starting, and it should go from all the way towards the end. In that case, I'll be giving a square brackets with colons that I'm not defining any starting value, I'm not defining any ending value, but I'm telling that the gap is of 2 over here. That means the first element should come, then second element should not come, then third element should come, fourth element should not come, then fifth element should come. So in that case, if I run it, it will give me Joey. It will not give me Rachel, then Monica, not Phoebe, then Ross, and not Chandler. Okay, so this is how the gap works. The gap can also work with the gap of 3. So any gap you want to put. So if you want to write the first element and then you want to write the third element, that is you want to give a gap of 3, that is Joey. After Joey you want to write only Phoebe. So let's run and see what output we'll get. So we'll get Joey and Phoebe over here, that there is a gap of 3 in between. Similarly, you can write the reverse of it as well. For writing the reverse of it, all you need to do is write A, and we'll be writing the reverse of the whole list. That's why I'm not defining the starting value, not defining the ending value, but I'll write -1 over here. So as soon as I write -1 and run it, it will give me the reverse of the whole list. That is, the starting value was Joey, which is now in the end. Second value is Rachel, which is now in the last second. Third value is Monica, which is on last third, and over here the last value is Chandler, which is on number 1 in our output. That means we have obtained the reverse of our list. So this is how guys slicing work, and I hope you guys have no doubts in the questions. And for more such interesting programs, stay connected guys. Thank you.